everyone, I'm Evelyn Tan, an influencer in quality engineering, to bring you another lessons on how to apply quality engineering tools and concepts to be proactive in achieving consistently good quality products. So, let's get started.
Most reference materials talk about zero defect as a mindset, and not many discussion on what are the biggest contribution to achieve zero defects. Philip Crosby had discussed about manufacturing process and zero defects in manufacturing process, but we must also remember Philip Crosby is from the 60s, where most manufacturing processes are still not that matured or stabilized at their era. We have advancement in manufacturing process technology in the past 40 or 50 years. However, some industries are still struggling to achieve Six Sigma quality, and mostly are due to poor product design approach. Design for manufacturability is a must to achieve zero defect products, where the principles of DFM must be followed. When I search for YouTube's for zero defect, most also is focusing on manufacturing process to achieve zero defects. The world is actually still haunted by poor product design, especially in those traditional industries where the product life cycle is more than 30 years, such as industrial equipments, aerospace, where those products are designed from manufacturability principle. Unfortunately, most of these companies, especially those big multinational companies, choose not to acknowledge poor design of their products. Product design is actually the biggest obstacles to achieve zero defects. And the interesting part is that when I search for zero defects in internet and including YouTube, none stated that design is the biggest obstacles, is the main obstacles in achieving zero defects. Everyone has been brainwashed to think that manufacturing process is the only culprit, and manufacturing process can compensate to poor design. So, what is design for manufacturability? Let's look at some of the strategy. In design for manufacturability, it should be cover all aspects of the product. That means process design are evaluated to achieve optimum product cost, cycle time, and the highest possible quality. Means that quality has to be designed in. Next is that it needs to consider an efficient manufacturing process in terms of cost, resources, and time to achieve the best quality. That means while designing, the engineer has to think of how this product should be manufactured at the best cost, resource, and also time. Next is that create a robust product design that is insensitive to long-term process inputs variations. Means that if there is a material variations, this design should be able to compensate for that, and it still is a good or robust or consistent quality. And the fourth is Manufacturing and test engineer influence the product design to make it manufacturable and testable as possible, to minimize cycle time, reduce parts, and use robust manufacturing methods. That means the manufacturing method robustness here means that simplicity or simplified to achieve optimum level. And lastly, concurrent engineering design method to optimize relationship between design functions, manufacturability, and ease of assembly. So, if all these 5 strategies were to follow, don't you think you have a product that is easy to manufacture with good quality to the customer as well? To have a more in-depth understanding on DFM, we must also understand about concurrent engineering. So, in DFM, concurrent engineering takes place where all stakeholders will be able to give their input in a product design so that the requirements to produce a good quality product from various functional teams are actually captured into the design itself. So it will look at design for assembly, design for manufacture, design for quality, design for service, and design even for disassembly. This is where the X comes from, the many design for in this context, where different products attributes and manufacturing functions. In DFM, the key process inputs that are considered are materials, which include suppliers' early involvement, and also the process input of machine and processes and methods, that is the process step to transform the products, is considered to ensure the sustainability of a product quality in a manufacturing process. Design for manufacturability is a must to achieve a zero defect products, where the principles of DFM must be followed. Some of these major DFM principles, these are not all, this is the major ones, includes design simplicity with least parts to reduce complexity in supply chain and manufacturing process. That means you don't have to deal with so many materials or long bill of material list. And also it's easier to assemble those products as well. Second is design which is simple to transform. That means it's easy for operators to transform or to add in or to join together those parts to become a final product. And finally is the availability of raw materials. That means you must have a sustainable supply chain to be able to supply consistent quality materials. Unfortunately, most of the products comes from the traditional over-the-wall approach design, where I design it and you build it. During the concept or the development phase, the main theme is only design engineering and marketing. It's like a secret society where marketing will give feedback on what customers want and the design team will just design according to the customer's features. And during design validation is still very few people gets involved, and also during the prototype there is not many people that gets involved, and after that they will just throw it over the wall to the pilot view where the main team, the production, the procurement, and the quality starts to involve. And during launch, this is where the main team will have a problem and the design team has already washed their hand. Don't you think the world would have been a better place if all product designs follow the DFX concept for simplicity and manufacturability? I hope I have enlightened you on the main factor which contribute to zero defects. And zero defect is not just about mindset. It's about actions towards reducing the defect. Do like and subscribe to this channel for me to create video which will hack into the key areas for you to achieve quality goals and make your work life better.
Do give me a thumbs up if you like and have benefited from today's video, which is especially prepared for you to hack into the key areas to achieve good results. Please do subscribe to this channel to get notified on the future video, and appreciate if you can leave a comment on what you would like to learn. I would also appreciate if you can share this channel with all your friends. Thank you and see you in my next lesson. Bye!